chasing a championship in, mid-August. Why are you comfortable doing that June, July, and August right now?
Trying to put it out. I'm trying to put it out into the world. I'm trying to manifest it. I'm trying to show our guys the urgency that I have and that I want us to have as an organization to go and make it happen. You can keep pushing it down the road, or you can talk about it now and say this is the year. And I'm tired of saying next year. This is it. Your life is too short to keep pushing things down the road, and I'm trying to instill some urgency and some intensity in everybody to go and be great every day and try to go make it happen.
My guy, Joe Burrow, manifesting a return to the Super Bowl. And let me just tell you something. This is my single favorite soundbite of the entire NFL preseason. I am obsessed. And I love the standard that Joe Burrow is holding himself, his teammates, the organization, the fans in Cincinnati too. And by the way, I don't want the media elite, the Twitter tough guys to say, oh, this is Joe Burrow trying at the end of the day to grease the skids here of ultimately, if it doesn't work, he's going to demand out of Cincinnati. Nonsense. This is Joe Burrow professing his love for Cincinnati. Don't hate, not on my watch. This is Joe Burrow saying, I want to win a championship in Cincinnati. The team is capable. The offense is capable. The defense is capable. Look at what Cincinnati did on defense during the offseason. Remember, they traded a first-round pick for Sexy Dexy, which is everything and so out of character historically for the Cincinnati Bengals. I loved it, raved about it. Dexter Lawrence, one of the 4 best defensive tackles in the entire league. Look at Allen. Look at who they brought in from championship teams, from the Seattle Seahawks, from the New England Patriots, from the Kansas City Chiefs. They brought in winners. They brought in guys to get them to the next level. And by the way, Joe Burrow's healthy. By any measuring stick, Joe Burrow is, for 2026, a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. And I believe that Jamar Chase is unbelievable. Tee Higgins is unbelievable. The line is really good in Cincinnati. Chase Brown can run the football effectively. And Joe Burrow, when you look at this team, he is saying, guys, get on my back. You look at the Bengals and their odds for this year, I'm telling you, the biggest lock is Cincinnati to make the playoffs, Cincinnati over for the wins, and I'm telling you, I like Cincinnati to win the division. Everyone loves the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, Jesse Minter, and I respect the hell out of them, and I'll pick them to make the playoffs, but Joe Burrow's team is better than everyone else. I think that this Bengals team is absolutely going to win the very competitive AFC North. I love that Joe Burrow is not afraid of talking about how great he thinks this team can be and will be. I think Joe Burrow, there's a real shot he leads the league in passing yards this year. I think this team, if you look at their schedule, if you look at the talent on the squad, if you look at the energy in Cincinnati after the incredible offseason, I'm telling you, they're winning at minimum, if things go wrong, 12 games. That's how great I think the Cincinnati Bengals are going to be. And I'm obsessed with our guy Joe Burrow talking big because he knows he's got the weapons on offense and defense to match. So, where exactly do Joe Burrow's weapons fall when you look at receiver tandems in the NFL? Let's rank them, okay? Sure, there'll be no controversy here. Let's go over my top 5 receiver combos in the league, starting with number 5. My 5th best receiver tandem in the National Football League, we're going to go with Waddle and Sutton for the Denver Broncos. And I think Jalen Waddle is absolutely terrific. I think he's going to catch 100 passes this year from Bo Nix. Cortland Sutton is very underrated. And I think this combination and this trade, bringing in Waddle, was absolutely incredible. This combo is going to be dreamy for the Denver Broncos. At number 4, I really think that Justin Jefferson is best receiver in the NFL. Don't sleep on what Jordan Addison brings to the table. I think that, and again, we're going to weight it here, and Justin Jefferson as your number one is everything. Jordan Addison, I think people sleep on his ability to stretch the field. By the way, I think that Kyler Murray is going to maximize these guys. That's going to take them to a different level. It's a ranking for 2026. We're going into the crystal ball. Jefferson is my guy, taught me how to do the gritty. I really think that this combo is going to be incredible this season. At number 3, when you look at it, Puka Nacua, Davante Adams. And they very easily were in the mix. 1, 2, and 3 here. You can have a real intelligent discussion on how you rank it. Puka Nacua is unbelievable. Puka Nacua could end up leading the league in catches this year. Now, Davante Adams, to me, is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Has a lot of gas left in the tank. Did get a little nicked at the end of last year. The only thing that maybe prevents me from putting them at 1 or 2 is age for Davante Adams. But I expect the Rams to be incredible. Stafford delivers them the ball. Sean McVay finds a way to get these guys open. Obsessed with Puka Nacua and Davante Adams. Number 2 for 2026. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. And I know CeeDee Lamb said that this duo is the best in the history of the NFL. I don't even have him number 1 in the league this year, but I'm putting him at number 2. Lamb's healthy. Lamb has the chops for the big moments. I think CeeDee Lamb's going to be first-team All-Pro. I think you need to draft CeeDee Lamb in your fantasy league. George Pickens is playing for himself, playing for his numbers, playing for the team, playing to win, playing for the bag on a franchise tag for his next contract. Monster year coming up for George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. And my number 1 receiver tandem in the NFL for this year, Cincinnati, baby. I just am obsessed with Jamar Chase. And Tee Higgins, to me, is the most underrated wide receiver in the entire league. I mean, Tee Higgins, he's built like Kevin Durant, and his hands and his height and his ability to out-grapple DBs is incredible. Jamar Chase is going to have a monster year. And that chemistry that Burrow and Chase have had for their entire lives, going back to LSU, their friendship is special. Chase is a special player. I just love this passing attack, and that's why when Joe Burrow starts talking about a championship, I love this. So we're going to put Chase and we're going to put Higgins number 1 on the list for receiver tandems for this upcoming season.